Thanks so much. Welcome, everybody. World Championship Boxing will return to the Chelsea inside the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas next week, a week from Saturday, actually, and the main event, a very special fighter, a very special individual in sports in general, former two-division world champion and top 5 pound-for-pound fighter Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, eagerly awaiting his return to the ring. Won't be an easy return for him, that's for sure, as he takes on former interim world champion Diego Chaves in the 12-round welterweight rumble, and that'll be Saturday, December 13th at the Cosmopolitan. The fight will be televised live on HBO beginning at 10 p.m. Eastern Time and on tape delay in the West Coast at the same time, 10 p.m. PT, along with 2 World Championship fights. So it's a very, very, very exciting night of boxing in Las Vegas. Great way to end the year. To tell you a little bit more about the event, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Vice President of Top Rank, Carl Moretti. Carl?
Thanks, Fred, for the intro. Hello to everybody out there on the conference call. Just a couple of quick announcements about the show, and then I'll turn it over to Tim for a quick statement, and you can open it up for questions. Obviously, as Fred mentioned, the main event next Saturday, December 13th, Tim's return to the ring against Diego Chaves that we expect to be 100% no visa drama like the last time with the Brandon Rios fight. He's been training for a good 3 months. He arrives in Las Vegas this weekend, so we won't have to deal with the drama that we had the last time, even though we got through it. So we expect a much better Diego Chaves in the ring for Tim. I know Tim is extremely focused on this fight. It's the most important fight of his career because it's the next fight in his career. This, along with 2 other fights that are really intriguing, the vacant middleweight championship in the WBO for Andy Lee and Matt Karboff, as well as the WBA 140-pound title between Jose Benavides and Mauricio Herrera, really 2 50-50 fights. So we'll, lead it all up to Tim's fight and talk about it more, as well as his focus on that fight, and more importantly, his focus is tonight after training on his favorite team and my favorite team, the Dallas Cowboys, who need a win as well. So without further ado, the great Tim Bradley. Tim, take it away.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? First of all, man, I want to thank God for allowing me to be back in the ring once again. Top Rank, of course, HBO, everybody that, makes this all possible. Diego Chaves, much respect to him for stepping up to the challenge, stepping up to the plate, man. This is like you said, this is my return from my defeat against Manny Pacquiao. I learned a lot in that Manny Pacquiao fight. Pretty sure everybody want to know what I've learned. I learned I just got to be myself in there, and I shouldn't be trying to betray to be something that I'm not. And in this fight, I'm going back to the drawing board and going back what got me on top. My IQ for the sport, man, and boxing, my boxing ability, my speed, just using my thinking cap in the ring, and Diego Chaves is no slouch. Give him a lot of credit. He fought some good guys like Keith Thurman. He fought against the old rugged Rios, Brandon Rios, who was always tough and tough for everybody. He fought well in that fight. I heard there was a whole bunch of stuff with his visa and whatever. He looked okay, but I'm sure he's primed and ready to face me because he knows he's facing one of the best and he wants to beat me. So I'm focused. Training camp really, really, really well. I've fought over 150 rounds. I'm in tip-top shape. If everybody wondering, I'm on a vegan diet. I know I'm not on a vegan diet for this fight. I am actually eating fish, eating meat, and I feel fantastic. I think it should be better. I think I should be better off conditioning-wise. Fight. So I'm excited about this opportunity once again to be on HBO Live. Don't miss it, December 13th. It should be a really exciting fight, a really exciting card. So it's the best card going on that night. That's for dang sure.
No argument there, Tim. Operator, why don't we give instructions on how the media can ask questions? Also on the call, for anyone who would like to talk to him, is Tim's trainer, Yoel Diaz, and he's available for any questions. So, operator?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions at this time, please press the number 1 key. Again, if you have any questions at this time, please press the number 1 key. And our first question is going to come from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hey, Tim, Joel, how are you guys today? We're doing great, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good, man. What's up, Coach?
Hey, how you doing, Tim?
Hey, guys, Timmy, you can take this first. You are, like you mentioned, you're coming off the loss in April to Pacquiao. Diego Chaves lost his last fight on a disqualification to Brandon Rios. And I always wonder the mindset of the fighter when you're coming off a loss. And he's coming off a loss, too, which it would seem to me that because of how the sport goes, it would probably give it much more sense of urgency to make sure you come out as the winner compared to if you were on a long winning streak. You never want to lose, but 2 in a row is a little bit tougher to bounce back from than 1 in a row. Your thoughts about that, Timmy, your mindset as far as making sure this is not a 2-fight losing streak?
I don't think about losing because that's all I think about is winning, baby. So the 2-fight winning streak that doesn't even recollect in my mind or even a thought in my mind. The thing is that you learn from losing battles. You learn from it, man. And I've learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot actually losing than I do more than winning. So definitely want to get this win. I'm gonna get this win against a tough guy like Diego Chaves. I'm sure Diego Chaves, like you said, he fought in August. He went back into training camp that 4 weeks later. So I know he's gonna be in tip-top shape. Hopefully he overtrained a little bit, so that'll work in my favor. But I'm expecting a tough night, man, against Diego Chaves. He's not a slouch. He's a true fighter. He's not well known, in the general public, but I mean in the boxing world, he's well known because he's a tough guy, man.
Hey, Joel, could you address that? Just the mindset of trying to come back from a loss as opposed to coming in the ring after a victory.
Well, Tim, after his loss, he came back to the gym, and his main focus is getting the title back. And he told me, he says, Coach, I'm going to be a world champion again. You don't see a lot of fighters like that. A lot of fighters, after they get a defeat, you see the spark is not there anymore. And Tim has not lost the spark. And I know Diego Chaves. I've seen him when he fought Keith Thurman. I met him personally there. And then I was there also when he fought Brandon Rios. He's not an easy opponent. He's a tough opponent. He comes to give Timmy a hard night. But that's what we prepare ourselves for the toughest fight. We prepare for this fight like if it was for a Pacquiao fight. And Tim has no doubt in his mind. He's got his preparation in. Mentally, physically, he's ready. He's focused. And we're not even thinking about a loss. We're thinking about finishing the year with a great, spectacular win.
And my other question, Timmy, for you is this. We have seen you be a brilliant boxer, the way that you were able to do against Marquez, for example. We also have seen the absolute true warrior, the way you fought against Provodnikov in the fight of the year last year. You're capable of boxing in different styles. And Chaves has the kind of style that's more akin to a Provodnikov than a Marquez, let's say, in terms of his physicality and the way he likes to just make it into a little bit of a brawl. Are we going to see you box brilliantly like Marquez, or get in there and slug it out and win on will and heart the way you did against Provodnikov?
Well, the thing is that if I tell you what I'm going to do, then it's going to give away my game plan. I kind of want to kind of keep that under the radar. But I mean, you got to really think what would be the best way for me to approach this fight and really think about it. I can box and I can brawl. Diego Chaves is the type of fighter that tries to lure you through the trenches. So I'm ready for anything he brings, man, honestly. Anything that Diego Chaves wants to do or try to do, I'm ready to alter that because I got something for it.
You ready to deal with the rough stuff like he did with Rios, throwing elbows and headbutts and low blows?
He's a dirty fighter, man. And you know what? In the beginning, I didn't think he was, but then I went back and I started watching film on him, dude. He's a really dirty fighter, dude. Throwing elbows, trying to scrape the eyes, trying to rake the eyes with the glove, pushing down on the head. I mean, he does a lot of dirty tactics because guess what? He hates it. He hates getting hit to the body. He hates freaking getting hit to the body. So when you get in close on him, I'm gonna expect the rough house tackle. I understand that. So hopefully we got a great ref in there that's gonna be able to take control and warn both fighters and and just keep control of the action and the dirty stuff, man. Because let me tell you, man, I'm ready for that dirty stuff, dude. I got some dirty tricks of my own, and everybody know what it is. bring it, man, bring it. Everybody already know what it is.
Joel said that your goal was to come back, win this fight, but that your real longer-term goal is you want one of the titles back, one of the world titles. So what's the pathway, do you think? What does this fight lead to for you, in your opinion? And Carl, maybe you could chime in also.
There's a lot of options out there. Manny Pacquiao talking about going back down to 140. So that title may be vacant. I can fight, Marquez rematch or something. Marquez really wants that fifth title. So, I mean, that sounds good right there.
And I had a conversation with Eddie Hearn about Kell Brook if he can't get the Amir Khan fight put together. So Tim won his first title, ironically, at 140. So, he'll have to maybe fight another Brit to win his title at 47, too. So,
why not?
A lot of possibilities.
Even 54, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sounds like Canelo Alvarez in the future.
Not 40, though, but 54. We'll go up, not down.
Yeah, gotcha. 54, not 40.
All right, Joel, Timmy, Carlito, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you.
Okay, well.
And our next question is going to come from Lem Satterfield from RingTV.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Desert Storm?
What's going on, Lem? You little sexy little thing. You what up, boy?
Hey, listen, I'm going to take you back a couple months to something that I think a lot of people thought you were absolutely nuts. I thought it was the highlight of the Boxing Writers Association dinner. Setting it up, there was an audience that included Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, Richard Schaefer, Carl Moretti, who's on the phone, Stephen Espinoza, Jim Lampley. I mean, there was a lot of eye rolling when you got up there and delivered what was basically an can't we all get along speech and ask for the Cold War to end. Do you think you were prophetic? And can you just talk about what's happened since then?
You know what? I think what I said, I don't think there was no harm in it. I just, said it because it seemed like nobody else had the balls or the decency to say the truth, man. And I don't know. Maybe that night, a lot of people thought about it. I was like, we're all in the same room right now. We're all conversating like we're all buddies, but like, behind closed doors, we're slamming each other and putting each other down. So I thought what I did was great, and if it helped in any way, it's fantastic. The fact that Golden Boy and Top Rank have put a couple of shows together, this year, and I'm pretty sure many more shows coming up next year. And I think it's great, man. It's not only great for the fighters, but it's great for the sport of boxing. And if the sport of boxing when they continue to reign and continue to do what it does and be productive, man, we need to start putting the best fights possible for the fans, because the fans are getting tired of it, man. I don't know if you see it or not, because I see it, man. Pay-per-view is not like it used to be, baby. And these fans are catching on, and they're not playing anymore. They're not buying the fights like they used to buy. Some of the best fighters in the world can't even hit the million buys anymore. So the best fighters got to fight the best in order to accumulate and get those type of numbers again, man, for boxing. Because people love boxing, but they want to see the great fights. So the fact that they're working together is great, man. So if I had anything to do with it, fantastic, man. And if I pissed anybody off, I'm glad I'm pissed off.
All right, Carl, you're up.
Listen, I mean, it's ironic.
I forgot the rolling at the time. Come on.
No, I forgot about that speech. You're right. He raised a lot of eyebrows, but ironically, listen, he's going to make a good politician when he's done or something, or an executive, because, since then a lot of fights have been made and there's dialogue going on, so it's all a good thing.
It's all a good thing, baby. Yep.
Given that there has been a thaw in the Cold War, Carl mentioned Kell Brook, who was with Eddie Hearn, but do you see any potential for a fight against, say, Amir Khan or Keith Thurman, Robert Guerrero, Sean Porter, or Marcos Maidana in your future?
Well, I really don't. I think this is the thing, man. I think it's day by day. You know what I'm saying? I live in the present tense. I don't live towards the future or anything like that. I try not to. I mean, I try to stay gold and stuff, but the thing is that there's still some bridges that need to be crossed, okay? And, the Cold War, they say it's over, or, we're trying to work together. That's one thing, but, there's still some bridges that need to be crossed. I would embrace any of those type of fights, the names you just mentioned, but there's still some bridges that need to be crossed, man, and that's the bottom line. Until those things are fixed, hey, I don't know. But I'm going to stay in my lane. I'm going to do what I do. If these guys want to fight, I'm right here, man. Reach out to my people. Reach out to my manager, who's my wife, my trainer. hey, reach out, man, and reach out to Top Rank if you guys want to fight. If it makes sense for everybody, then let's do it.
And you know what? I mean, not to look ahead, but Tim knows this, and we tend to look ahead. But he's got a fight on his hands, December 13th.
Right.
With Chaves, he's got a fight on his hands. He knows it. He can deal with his back against the wall or pressure or whatever, but he's got a fight on his hands. So that's what really, I think, for Tim and for us, that's really what all that matters. December 14th we can start talking about it, but
that's right.
up until then, it's all about the 13th, really.
Good job, Carl. Yep.
Good point. Now, my last question, right? Focusing on that to a degree. This is a big. All eyes are going to be, on two different networks, amicably. Because there's a lot of welterweights in the ring. You got you and Chaves, and then on the same night in the same town, you got Khan and Alexander and Thurman and Bandu. Is there any more pressure, or do you feel like, are you juiced up about the prospect of possibly being the best welterweight that they're talking about at around midnight, 12:30 on the social network with your performance?
If that happens, that's great, man. If it doesn't, like I said, I'm fighting on the best network there is in boxing, which is HBO. And I don't care about the other clowns and what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care about what they doing. I'm here. I'm going to be faced with a tough opponent, and I'm pretty sure that all the fans around the world going to want to see a real fight. They're going to tune in to Bradley Chaves because they know what they're going to get. They're going to get a fight.
At the end of the night, which fight are they going to be talking about?
They're going to be talking about my fight, of course. Of course. I'm one of the best fighters in the world. I'm one of the best fighters in the world, so everybody's going to tune in. And they want to see. They going to want to see what I'm going to bring. Absolutely, and they going to want to see what Chaves is going to bring. They know that me and Chaves is the real fight. Those other fights that's made, that they just fight. They just regular fights. This is super fight. What we doing over here? I'm telling you, our fights is way better.
Last question. I want to give Joel a chance to answer that question about the fact that Tim's going to be fighting on the same night with other notable, highly ranked welterweights. Do you think he's going to give a performance that stands out among all of those that night, and if so, why?
Of course, because the difference in fight. Tim Bradley is fighting a very tough opponent. A guy that comes to fight and always puts in the best. And on the other hand, there is going to be some great fights out there, but a lot of the boxing fans, they know the difference in styles, the difference in events. It's going to be a great night of boxing in Vegas, but everybody has a freedom of choice. They want to come and see Bradley. They're going to see a great fight. They're going to see a well-matched fight, and they want to see. They have other choices to go and see other fights that more likely we already know who's going to win. And that's the difference. But I just think that it's going to be a great night where people are going to be talking about Tim Bradley and his great performance.
Does he need to distinguish himself against Chaves, given that Chaves has been in with Thurman and been in with Rios? Does he need to make him look worse than Chaves did in those two fights?
Not really. Just Timmy needs to just focus on his job and do his work and fight like what we've been training for. Do his strategy, and it shouldn't be a problem. The thing is, get in there, fight smart, and win. But knowing Tim, Tim's stubborn at times. You guys are going to see a fight. Because we always prepare for the best, but always prepare for the worst. And that's why we train for plan A and plan B. Tim wants to box, he can box. But at some point, you're going to see that stubborn Tim Bradley getting in there and exchanging. And if they spark him up, you're going to see a war. So that's the thing about Tim Bradley. He's unpredictable. You don't know what to expect. The only thing you're going to see is a great fight.
Great call, guys. Thanks a lot, Joel, Tim, and Carl.
Thank you.
No doubt, big dog.
All right, man.
Easy, man.
Hey, first time I've been called sexy by another boxer.
Hey, no doubt. Hey, no homo.
You the man.
And our next question is going to come from Leighton Jen. Please go ahead.
Hey guys, thanks for doing this call and including me. I appreciate it.
Big Leighton, what up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
What's happening, man?
A couple of questions I have to ask you guys. There's some parallels. You're coming off the Pacquiao fight like you did for Vodnikov, and that became a war for you, partly because your mindset coming into that fight was probably a little bit different than what we're usually used to from you, Tim. How would you say your mindset is coming into this fight after fighting Pacquiao again?
The cloud has blown over. The dark cloud has blown over, man. I'm going to this fight clear-headed, clear-minded. I'm happy to be back, man. I'm happy to be back. Happy to be back healthy. Happy to be back in front of the fans, man, and displaying my talent. I'm just happy, man, for this another opportunity, dude. Opportunities come, and you got to be ready for them. And it's another opportunity for me to shine, man. So I'm definitely up for it. When I was fighting that Vodnikov fight, it was like I said, the dark cloud over my head, man. From the Pacquiao fight, the fact that it's over now, the fact that we settled it, it's all good. Hey, I'm moving on, man. I'm moving on, and my goal is to get my title back, man. Get my title back, I'll win another world title in a different way.
And do you feel that being that clear-headed is going to make that big a difference? Because you probably started to extract that Vodnikov fight.
Yeah, because then my energy is set on Chavez and it's not set on any outside distractions or any thoughts that are negative in my head, and it'll make me fight a certain way. So I like the fact that I'm going in this fight clear-headed, and I got a game plan, and I want to follow it that night.
I just learned this today. I didn't realize you gave up the vegan diet in preparation for this fight. Can you tell me about the process of why you decided it was time to go back to, chicken and fish as part of your diet? And what kind of differences are you feeling now compared to the vegan diet?
Well, the vegan diet, I have a lot of energy on that diet, and I'm able to lose weight a lot rapidly, like faster, period. I enjoy the diet. It's really clean. It's really clean living. I just feel like I've been getting injured in numerous fights, especially with Pacquiao. I tore my calf. I think that I trained extremely hard for the fight. I started doing some research, and maybe I felt like I wasn't building up enough, but maybe I wasn't getting enough protein, because the only protein that I consume is plant-based protein. And I just started doing research, and I was like, you know what, I need to consume more protein. How can I get more protein? I mean, and the best way is to eat clean meats and fish, and I have my vegetables as well. So I'm doing a combination. Still eating the vegetables, still eating cleanly, but I'm adding just a little bit of protein to it, chicken, fish, and I'm having steak once a week to get that B12 in me, so I don't have to do any injections or anything like that. I want to try to stay as natural as I possibly can. When I'm vegan, I have to get injections constantly with B12, and I'm just kind of I'm kind of sick of that, synthetic form of B12. I want to go more the natural way, the way it was, given to us by God. So that's the reason why I chose to just do it in this fight. See how I feel. I feel fantastic, and I'm healing up a lot faster during training. I've been training almost 3 months for this fight, and I feel like I haven't really had a low point, man. And sometimes when I'm in a vegan, I can feel a little low point in my training. Energy levels there, but I feel like I'm tearing down. So this camp was a little bit different. I enjoyed it, and I just wanted to see how I'm gonna fight if it benefits me.
I don't know how much he was involved, but I saw Victor Ortiz. At least he did some conditioning with you during your training camp, and I know he started working with Joel. Was it just conditioning? Did you or Victor do more than just that since you're both playing the same day? Did you guys do more than that? And also, what are your thoughts about Joel doing double duty that night? And also, Joel, can you talk about the challenges of working both corners that night at different venues in Las Vegas?
Go ahead and answer that, Joy. You can answer that.
Well, it's very simple. When you have a stable and you have a team, I always believe that not one person can handle so much. That's why you gotta have a strong team, and I think that I have a very strong team. And when I got the call regarding Victor, hey, he's in my camp. He's another one of the guys that I have here. Hey, we gotta make it work one way or another. He knows. He's very well aware that Bradley obviously is my priority. Like Victor's manager said, we understand. You have Bradley that night. if we can make it work for you, where we can have Victor fight within 2 to 3 hours difference from Bradley, I said, if that works, I can be there. If you give me 2 to 3 hours where I can be there, of course. If not, then the other part of my team are going to be with Victor while I'm going to be with him.
And then can you talk about the dynamics and the challenge that you will face trying to work both corners? Because, obviously Victor and Tim are different fighters, different strategies, different points in their careers.
Well, a trainer learns to deal and manage with everybody's situation. I mean, I work with different fighters, different strategies, different ways, and I know there's by now I already know Victor. With the time that I've been working with him, I know Victor. And about Tim, I mean, Tim's like my brother. Man, I know Tim. I know even when he's not even feeling good. I mean, I can see it in his face. Just by the way he's walking in the gym, I know how he's feeling. I know him very, very well. But I'm not stressing about it. I'm actually excited. I take on any challenge, and that I know that day. I'm a true believer that everything falls in place in a day. As simple as that. I'm always, of course, I have my responsibilities, but at the same time, I always prepare myself. I got my team. I have Antonio and I have Jose, and and then Victor has his strength and conditioning coach who's been with him forever, Coach Haas. He's always there, and they know that if I will not make it to Victor's fight, I put the strategy together. I'm already training them, so my brother knows exactly what we need to do, and my brother's got it. If the time is not proper for me to be there, then I'm not gonna be there. I gotta be with Tim.
And then how much interaction was there between Victor and Timothy? I know that I saw pictures of one conditioning thing. Was there a lot of interaction with the two during their training camps, or were they separate, or was there any
I know Tim's days of training, and I know his strength and conditioning schedule, and I know that Thursdays he does track, and when he does track, he does 3.5 hours of work in the track. So one day, I said, I'm gonna bring Victor along. Victor didn't know where we were going, So Victor, all he needs is some mental health. He's a strong kid. He's got a lot of potential. He has a lot of ability in the sport, but he needs that strengthening in the brain. So I told him, hey, we're gonna go for a drive, and we're gonna go do some work. So he didn't know we were coming with him. So when we came to the track, I told him, hey, you're gonna work today. You're gonna get some real work, and he did. He got some real work. Never thought, that Tim would do what he did. And he says, man, 3 hours, man. We did. Yup. That's the reason. And Tim finishes the track, and then he goes to the gym straight to there.
Right.
And he goes, man, he's crazy. That's why. That's why he is where he is. So they started communicating. They started to get to know each other, and it was just I like the fact that they get to know each other. And if I see Victor, slowing down a little bit, and Tim right away, hey, come on, champ, let's suck it up, let's go. And that right there, mentally brings them up. I believe that, believe me, iron sharpens iron, and that's what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. And then my last question is just, Tim's coming off that pretty serious calf injury. Can you talk about where he was at the start of training camp, where he is now, and has there been any issues or setbacks with the injury? How's his leg doing?
There's no setbacks. There's experiences in life, good experiences and bad experiences. And in the past, we had a few bad experiences, and we learned from them. We gotta learn from good and bad experiences. And from that experience that we had from the first Pacquiao fight, we learned a lot, and we didn't want to make the same mistake for this one. So what happens? I started, telling Tim, hey Tim, we need to start going to the gym. We need to start going to the gym. He wasn't, walking well still. I knew his leg was still hurting. So I told him, hey Tim, let's go to the gym. I mean, just moving around, slowly, with plenty of time. I mean, it's like working your leg. So we did. We came in the first week, and he was sore from the leg just by working out because it was hurting him. But we kept coming. I mean, it's been over 3 months. That we started training. But we did it for a purpose. Bring the weight down, not make the same mistake we did when the Provomica fight came along, he was heavy. I mean, exaggerating. And even the day of the weigh-ins, he was having problems making weight. First time ever in his career. So we didn't want to make the same mistake. So we started really early for the two reasons: the weight and his legs. And right now, everything is great. Today he had fun training today. I mean, he was happy. I mean, he was laughing, communicating, having a great time in the gym. Tomorrow we close camp, and after tomorrow, hey, everything just rest and focus on a few pounds that he has on his back, and that's it. Get ready for the fight. When Timothy gets his proper rest, believe me, he is wrecked. He's coming, and somebody's gonna be in trouble December 13th.
Nicely said, Coach. Nicely spoken. Well, thank you, Matt.
I always say the truth, Sharon.
Operator, next question?
Yes, our next question is going to come from Jake Donovan from theboxingscene.com. Please go ahead.
Hey, Tim, what's going on?
What up, Jake?
Hey, what's up? I just want to know, how long were you on a vegan diet? Was it something that you've always had in your life, or was it just something that you tried out while you started fighting?
You know what? It's probably been since 2000 and I won the title, 2009?
Yeah.
I think, 2009, yeah. So since right when I won the title, I became the vegan. I started training vegan. I'm not a total vegan, like I wouldn't do that even if I wasn't fighting, I'm eating meat, man. So I'm doing training now, so that's what I would do. I would switch over to the vegan thing. And so I've done it, 5 years, 6 years, almost 6 years, 5 years. I've been doing it, and the Vanakov fight, I wasn't a vegan. And this fight, I'm not a vegan right now. So that's my experience with it, man. But I enjoy it. I'm not saying I'm not gonna go back, but I'm just trying to test the waters a little bit, man.
Do you notice any difference in training camp? Like, is it harder to keep off the weight, or are you just filling up with more muscle? Or
I feel like I gained more muscle. I feel like I definitely gained more muscle. It is a bit harder to drop the pounds. I'll be weighing about 162 pounds tomorrow. Weighed in today 153 pounds. Tomorrow I'll be about 152. But, consuming it's just more protein, man, because we tear our bodies down constantly, man, with strenuous work, interval type training, sparring around, getting hit on. I mean, our muscles need that protein to be able to heal and repair, right along with sleep.
I need you to talk to my daughter because she's on a vegan diet right now, and we can't get her to eat any protein. So.
Yeah, it's very hard. You can get the protein if you're not like an athlete. You can get it. Have you ever heard anything called quinoa?
Yes.
Yeah, quinoa is great, a great source of protein, man. Have you heard of spirulina?
That I haven't.
No, spirulina. Try to get some spirulina in there, and also, have you ever heard of chlorella?
That I have. Yeah.
Yep, chlorella. Chlorella is a lot of protein. A lot of protein in chlorella that she can get. All right.
I appreciate that. Going on to the fight itself, what was the motivation in taking on Diego Chaves? I mean, obviously everyone knows you're going to fight whoever's available, but you take a fight saying, okay, it's going to lead to something else because, like, there's no belt at stake, there's no guarantee of a title shot. So, what was your motivation for accepting this fight?
Just coming back, man. Coming back and just getting back into the winning column. Diego Chaves is the type of fighter that you have to get up for. You can't sleep on him. And those are the type of fighters that I like to fight. I've been in the game over 10 years now. I like to be inspired when I fight. I want to feel nervous. You know what I'm saying? I like that nervousness. That's why I like to fight the best, man. I want to feel nervous. And Diego Chaves is one of those guys where I feel nervous. And I like that. I like that, man, because it keeps me sharp, it keeps me training hard, and it keeps me focused.
Cool. All right, thanks, Tim. I appreciate that call. I just have one question for you. Obviously, there was a lot of drama when Diego fought Brandon Rios. I think all the way up until like Wednesday morning, there was the possibility of not having a fight. Are all those issues resolved? Is he able to just come and go as he pleases for this fight?
Is that for
Who
me?
is that?
For a call.
Oh, yeah, no, his visa is obviously still good from when it was approved the last time. His travel's been done, and he arrives Sunday morning into Las Vegas. All his medicals are already done, so we will not have to go through that again.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. All right, Tim, thanks a lot, and best of luck next week.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
And our next question is going to come from Jeffrey Freeman from the KO Digest. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for putting me on the call. How are you today, Tim?
Oh, man, I'm fantastic, Jeffrey. How you doing, man? What you got for me?
Great to hear from you again, Tim. I was wondering if you could just elaborate a little bit more on what you learned from the Pacquiao loss and how that will make you a better fighter. You started out the call talking about.
So what I learned in the Pacquiao fight, all right, I went in there with the mindset that I had to knock this guy out in order to win, okay? And having that type of mindset, it threw me off on game, okay? The game was to outbox Pacquiao, and everybody knew it. Even Pacquiao himself knew it. And I didn't do that. I went straight at him. I attacked him. Yeah, I did have some success by attacking him and whatnot, but I think that I probably could have been a lot better, especially in the later rounds, if I would have took my time and just try to outbox him. And if it goes to decision, the scorecard, I outbox him, I lose, and it's great, it's fine. Whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever will happen. But I should have just stayed true to myself, stayed true to my abilities, do what got me to the top, and I should have been all right in that ring. It should have been okay, man. And I didn't do that, so I kind of got a little bit out of my context and what I do, and in this fight, man, I just got to do me, do what got me to the top, and continue to do me from here on out. And I can't worry about judges, I can't worry about decisions. I got to fight the best fight that I possibly can, and win the fight. And whatever happens after that is going to happen regardless. I have no control over certain things.
Right on, Tim. Earlier you mentioned some of the Cold War issues in boxing. Can you weigh in on the renewed interest in a fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather? Basically what I'm asking is, do you think the fight will happen? Who wins and why?
Do I think the fight will happen? I think the fight should happen. I don't know if the fight will happen, but I think the fight should happen. I think that right now is the perfect time for it because Manny Pacquiao, after suffering that Marquez fight, the fight with Mayweather kind of like, went down the drain. But the fact that Manny Pacquiao revamped himself, coming off of 2 great wins, actually 3 great wins, with myself included. I think that he's revamped himself. He's beat, undefeated fighters, Algieri, myself, Brandon Rios. He's definitely a big threat to sports still a top dog, and I think he'll be tough for Mayweather. I honestly do think he'll be tough for Mayweather. So I see that fight as a 50-50 fight. I think it's a fight that should happen, but we gotta wait and see, man. We gotta wait and see if they can put it together, man. I think it makes sense. I think it does over 3 million buys. I think it's a fight that everybody wants to see, and I think it's great for boxing.
Tim, you've been 24 rounds with Manny Pacquiao. Can you put the final word on the first fight?
Final word on the first fight. I'm glad it's over.
You win?
I'm glad that fight was over, man. Hey, man, I can't take nothing away from Manny Pacquiao is one true fighter, man. He's one of the greats, man. And he will be remembered for a long time once he retires. He's a living legend, fantastic person, in and out of the ring, dude. He's a great fighter, and much respect to him and his team.
Tim, thank you. Good luck against Diego Chaves. You're right. He's a very dirty fighter. Watch out.
Yeah, I know. Thanks,
Tim.
Our next question is going to come from Dan Raphael from ESPN. Please go ahead.
Hey, thank you very much. Hey, Joel, I wanted to just follow up on the schedule situation that you mentioned as it relates to Timmy's fight as well as Victor's fight. Do you know yet for sure if you're going to be able to be in the ring or not, or they have not given you the timing schedule?
Well, when Al Heyman called me, he told me that they were going to make it. They were going to make it possible because they were going to have Victor fighting early, 5-6 o'clock on Showtime Extreme.
Right. I actually think that Victor's fight, I believe their broadcast for Showtime Extreme, he's the first fight, which I believe starts at 4 o'clock Pacific time. And since the Timothy Bradley Chaves card on HBO doesn't start until 7 o'clock Pacific time, and Timothy is the main event of a 3-fight card, there's going to be another at least, probably at least 2 hours or so, hour and a half between the start of that card. It seems that the time would be literally no problem. If you're in the ring with Victor at 4 and Tim's not in the ring until probably close to 9 o'clock or so Pacific, I would think that would give you plenty of time. And Victor's fight's only 8 rounds. The arenas are 2 miles apart.
It wouldn't be a problem then. If that's the times and the schedule, it shouldn't be a problem. And one of the things is, I'm trying. If that's the thing, then I will be there. I would like to be there with Victor, because since he came here and the way I've been working with him, he's showing me what I want. He's showing me my style of fight, and that's what I want to see. And I want to see a new Victor. You guys are gonna see a new Victor, inside and outside of the ring.
So, Joel, at what point during the week do you have to make a definitive decision? The team has to make sure that the timing is going to work. Like, can you go to Vegas and get there in like maybe Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, then figure it out, or you want to know like when you land?
No. By the time we get to Vegas, I'll know. By Wednesday I should know. I have all that information.
Gotcha. And hey, Timmy, what's your take on that? I mean, are you cool with Joel? He's got to spend a couple hours over at the MGM before your fight with his other fighter before he comes over to your dressing room?
I'm a big boy, man. I got this, man. No problem, man. As long as my trainer get back in time to work my corner, man, and guide me in there, I'm good.
All right. So I mean, and did you work with Victor during your camps? You're the same weight class. Did you get in the ring with each other at any point?
No. I have my own gym. Victor has his own schedule. We keep our schedules separate. But I was able to talk to Victor. We was able to communicate. He's a very, very nice kid, very humble. I learned a lot from him, just talking to him. He learned a lot from me. And we're just helping, just aiding and assisting each other, man. It don't matter the fact that we in the same weight class or whatever, man. It really doesn't matter. We're a team now. He's part of the team. If he remains part of the team, I would never fight Victor Ortiz.
Gotcha. All right, Timmy, thank you very much, Joel. Good luck with the schedule.
Thank you, guys.
And our next question is going to come from Mike Evans from Star Point Radio Network. Please go ahead.
Hey, what up, homie?
What up, Mike?
What up, man? Hope everything's going good. I got one question for you. If there's a clown involved in this fight, is Diego Chaves. After watching the fight with Rios, not only did he fight dirty and he held, it looked like he was going to put a chokehold on him. But after the fight, Chaves he acted like he even said, I didn't think I did anything wrong. How do you get ready for a guy that fights that way and he doesn't even know he's doing anything wrong?
You know what, man? This is the thing. We in training camp we work on things, the tangibles that a lot of other fighters don't really work on. We get prepared for every aspect of what the other fighter is bringing. So, we know he's dirty. We know we prepared ourselves, for the dirty tactics and things that he likes to do. I got something to alter that. Anything that he does, I know what he likes to do, like wrap around his head, he likes to try to scrape the eyes, try to hit with elbows. Like, we're ready for all of that, man. I'm ready to alter that. And just hopefully we got a really good ref in there, man, to keep control of action and to speak to both fighters before the fight and get control of the action early on. So the fact that, Chaves won't have that opportunity to get dirty.
Mr. Diaz, are you going to have to spend a lot of time with the ref? I mean, is that going to be part of your job on the 13th, just to make sure that doesn't get out of hand?
Well, we're going to bring it up. We're going to bring it up to the ref. Obviously, that is a concern. He already left of a pattern in the last fight, but at the same time, I mean, if you really look at it, it can work. It can work against us, and it can work in our favor, because he knows this is his third opportunity coming to the United States, okay, for a good fight, and he knows that now everybody knows him as a 35. He might come back with a different mentality. We don't know, but we gotta be ready for it. I mean, of course, I'm gonna bring it up to the ref. And I'm going to be very aware. In that corner, I'm going to be very aggressive, not only in the fight with the fighters, but also with the referee. If I see anything that is affecting my fighter and is not right for my fighter, I'm going to always be on the ref every round.
And our next question is going to come from Robert Raja from Sports Media. Please go ahead.
Damn, can I get a question?
Thank you. You guys have answered my question already. I appreciate anyway, but I do want to say that, team, I wish it would be a great fight, and not only that it would be a clean fight instead of a dirty fight. This way we can see the best of you guys, and we can see the best fighter go for the title next year. Thank you very much.
Man. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you.
Hey, Tim, I've got a question. I know you're preparing for a dirty fight just in case, based on what you saw on the last fight with Rios. What's your experience been with dirty fighters, and how have you handled them before? Does somebody stick out that you thought that was extremely dirty?
No, I really haven't fought a lot of guys that are extremely dirty. I have as an amateur, and I mean I've been in the ring for guys that are really dirty. I just keep my composure majority of the time. Keep my composure, bring it up to the ref. Let him know what he's doing, but I just have to stay calm in there. If I react, the ref's gonna see the retaliation, and then he's gonna warn me, and he's gonna be on my butt. So as long as I stay relaxed, bring it to the ref, awareness to the ref that he's doing this, doing that, and as long as he doesn't get too rough in there and start doing some more illegal stuff, then I won't have to refrain to do. I'm gonna have to try to refrain from doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an eye-for-an-eye type of guy, man. And if you treat me wrong in there, and if the ref ain't doing his job in there, then I'm going to have to protect myself. And it's just like I tell all of my athletes that I work with in football, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Learn to protect yourself. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm going to learn to protect myself, and Diego Chavez ain't going to like me to come back at him. I'm just going to say that right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? So the ref better be a good ref, and you better be in control of the match.
Before we go, we have two more callers, and then we'll let you go. But I understand you've got a big day on Saturday. You want to talk to us a little about, I think, what's it, the Walk of Stars you're being inducted into?
Man, yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I was born at this hospital, like not even a mile away from the area where I'm gonna be actually getting inducted on the Walk of Fame out in Palm Springs. I'm getting a star, man. My name. As a humanitarian and also as a professional fighter, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it, honestly, man. Palm Springs is an historic city, man. It's very historic. Lots of celebrities, tons. We just had the big statue of Marilyn Monroe that came through, and it brought in many tourists around the world. And many tourists come in the Palm Springs because of great weather during the winter time. And I'm going to be a part of that, man. They're going to be actually walking on Tim Bradley. Maybe the only time. Yeah.
Tell them about that Blue Star tonight. You'll be watching.
Oh, jeez. Oh, you crazy.
He's crazy. Don't listen to him. I think we've got Lam, and we've got Leighton to ask the last two questions. Lam, we'll let you get on first.
Questions have been answered. Thank you.
There you go.
Our next question comes from Lam. Lam, your line is open.
No, my questions have been answered. Thank you. Good luck, Tim.
Hey, thank you, man.
Is my line open?
Is Leighton, is that you?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're the last questioner.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. You mentioned I was going to follow up on the Walk of Fame. Have you gone on the Walk of Fame recently with all the other stars who are on there, and were there any that kind of like, wow, I'm going to be on the same Walk of Fame as, say, Sonny Bono, Suzanne Summers, or any of these others?
Suzanne Summers, Sonny Bono, Marilyn Monroe.
Damn.
I mean, there's a lot of like dope names, dude, that I can recall. But I mean, dude, it's huge, man. This is a huge deal for me. I honestly, dude, I walk down there. Every Thursday I have a speaker. I walk down and look at the stars, and I say, man, maybe one day I can be able to do good for the community, and earn the respect from all the people. Maybe one day I'll be able to have my star down here. I'm born and raised in North Palm Springs, and coming from that type of area and that type of environment is unbelievable, man. To actually, have a brother, at that, man. I was just like, wow, I'm down there with all the super rich people, man. That's crazy. What are you gonna get? Real, dude. I'm still like, you guys sure you guys want to put me down there?
Now, are you going to get Pharrell on the Walk of Fame next?
What was that?
Are you going to get Pharrell on the Walk of Fame next?
Oh, well, yeah, he's going to be there next. He's going to be the next. See, Noel got many more years to be able to accomplish that, man. Me, it's the short time. Boxing is very short, and so I'm happy that I got in right now. You know, because like I said, this boxing careers, man, are very short and limited. So Joel, once my boxing career is over, Joel will still be relevant and still be training fighters, many fighters and world champions, future world champions.
My statue's going to be right there where they had Marilyn Monroe.
Congratulations, you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys very soon.
Hey, thank you very much. I really appreciate you, man.
And speaking of the Walk of Stars in Palm Springs, it is open to the public. The ceremony will be this Saturday at noon, and I believe the area, it's 110 North Palm Canyon Drive where the actual ceremony will be. So it sounds very, very special, and it's a huge honor, and we congratulate Tim on this. It's just terrific.
Thank you.
We're going to wrap this up right now. So, Carl, I'm going to let you say something quick before the boys do. Go ahead.
No, I mean, we're all good. We're really looking forward to next Saturday night. Thanks, HBO and the Cosmopolitan. 3 really, really intriguing fights that, you know, is going to lead to bigger fights for all 3 guys in 2015, but they got to win them. And that we'll find out next Saturday. So leave it to Tim, and we'll go from there. It's his show.
All right, sounds fair enough. And before we put the guys on, the fight week activities begin next Wednesday in Las Vegas. Look for something tomorrow, but it'll be media workouts on Wednesday, beginning at 10 a.m. through about, I think, 1:30, 2 o'clock at the Top Rank Gym. Thursday, the final press conference will be at 1:30 at the Cosmopolitan, and then Friday's weigh-in will be at 3:30 p.m. With the fighters stepping on the scale. Joel, any last words from you?
Is it on who? Joel?
I'm here.
Joel, any last comments before we turn it over to Tim?
Well, most of all, I want to thank Top Rank, all you guys that make this possible for us to be part of this event. HBO, the Cosmopolitan, and thanks to Tim Bradley, man, that gives me headaches a couple times, but he makes my job easy at points. And it's just great. It's just great being here, being part of this great moment. Having Timothy back, in the ring again before the end of the year. So we'll be good for the holidays. We'll enjoy our families, and we'll get it through.
Thanks, Joel. Tim, we'll let you have the last word.
Hey, Joel, you sound like my wife, man. That I get a headache.
Hey, dude, you give me some headaches at some point.
Of course, and that's what I'm supposed to do, man.
That's part of the business.
She's going to get the Hall of Fame story.
I think Joel's just glad he doesn't have to eat that vegan diet with you this kid.
Oh yeah. My God. He wouldn't be able to do it, dude.
I'm Mexican. I eat tamales and tacos.
Yeah, it is.
All right, man. Well, shoot, other than
all right,
that,
guys.
Hey, thank you so much. Once again, thanks to Cosmopolitan, Hotel. I want to thank Top Rank once again, man. I want to thank HBO, of course. I want to thank Diego Chaves and his team for taking this fight. I'm looking forward to a great night of boxing on the 13th. Can't wait to get back in the ring, man. A lot of people have been waiting on me to come back. I'm excited to be back, and tune in, man. Tune in on HBO live, man, December 13th, and to watch a real fight. Timothy Bradley versus Diego Chaves, baby.
And ended better than that. Tim Bradley, a top pound-for-pound fighter inside the ring, top pound-for-pound person outside the ring. He's terrific.
Thanks,
Look forward to seeing him next week. And thank you for joining us. And we'll all be out there next Wednesday to begin fight week. We look forward to it. And if you can't make it, as Tim said, live on HBO at 10 p.m. next Saturday night. Thank you.
Okay, boy.
Ciao.